Welcome to another interesting Jesus Bible quiz. These are 20 multiple-choice questions carefully selected, hence are tricky. So far, no one had 20 out of 20. Try and let's see. Question 1. Which country did Jesus' parents take him to when King Herod attempted to kill him? A. Egypt. B. Gaza. C. Ethiopia. D. Italy. The answer was A. After they left, an angel of the Lord came to Joseph in a dream and said, "Get up, take the child and his mother and escape to Egypt, because Herod is starting to look for the child so he can kill him. Stay in Egypt until I tell you to return." Matthew chapter 2, verses 13 through 15. Question 2. Which apostle was present at the crucifixion of Jesus Christ? A. James. B. Paul. C. Peter. D. John. The answer was D. John 19:26. When Jesus therefore saw his mother and the disciple standing by, whom he loved, he saith unto his mother, "Woman, behold thy son." Question 3. Who was the ruler in Galilee when Jesus was crucified? A. Pontius Pilate. B. Herod the Great. C. Herod Antipas. D. Augustus Caesar. The answer was C. Luke 3, verse 1. Now in the 15th year of the reign of Tiberius Caesar, Pontius Pilate being governor of Judea, and Herod being tetrarch of Galilee, and his brother Philip, tetrarch of Iturea, and of the region of Trachonitis, and Lysanias, the tetrarch of Abilene. Question 4. Who beheaded John the Baptist? A. Pontius Pilate. B. Herod the Great. C. Herod Antipas. D. Augustus Caesar. The answer was C. For Herod had laid hold on John, and bound him, and put him in prison for Herodias' sake, his brother Philip's wife. And he sent and beheaded John in the prison. Matthew 14, 3-10. Question 5. What was Jesus doing when he went missing, and was later found in the temple at age 12? A. Talking with teachers. B. Sleeping. C. Playing with friends. D. Healing the sick. The answer was A. Luke 2:46. 3 days later, they found him in the temple sitting among the teachers, listening to them and posing questions to them. Question 6. What did Jesus ride into Jerusalem on? A. Horse. B. Donkey. C. Camel. D. Chariot. The answer was B. Matthew 21, verse 7. They brought the donkey and the colt and put their coats on them, and he sat upon them. Question 7. Who was the king in Judea when Jesus was born? A. Pontius Pilate. B. Herod the Great. C. Herod Antipas. D. Augustus Caesar. The answer was B. Matthew 2:1. Now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem. Question 8. Who was the beloved disciple of Jesus? A. James. B. Paul. C. Peter. D. John. The answer was D. John 19:26. When Jesus therefore saw his mother and the disciple standing by, whom he loved, he saith unto his mother, Woman, behold thy son. Question 9. How much older was John the Baptist than Jesus? A. About 6 months. B. About 3 months. C. About a year. D. About 3 years. The answer was A. Luke 1:36. And listen, Elizabeth, your relative, has herself conceived a son in her old age. This woman who was told, be barren, is in her 6th month. Question 10. Who replaced Judas after he hanged himself? A. Matthew. B. Matthias. C. Barabbas. D. Barnabas. The answer was B. Then they cast lots, and the lot fell to Matthias, so he was added to the 11 apostles. Acts chapter 1, verse 26. Question 11. Who buried Jesus Christ? A. Simon of Cyrene. B. Joseph of Arimathea. C. Pilate. D. Mary Magdalene. The answer was B. Matthew 27:59-60. So Joseph took the body and wrapped it in a clean linen cloth. Then he placed it in his own new tomb, which he had cut out of the rock. After rolling a large stone across the door of the tomb, he left. Question 12. Who were the first to be called as disciples by Jesus Christ? A. Peter and Paul. B. James and John. C. Andrew and Peter. D. James and Andrew. The answer was C. Matthew 4:18. While Jesus was walking beside the Sea of Galilee, he saw 2 brothers, Simon, also called Peter, and his brother Andrew. They were casting a net into the sea because they were fishermen. Question 13. Where did Jesus meet the woman at the well? A. Galilee. B. Judea. C. Decapolis. D. Samaria. The answer was D. John 4:5. So he came to a town in Samaria called Sychar, near the piece of land that Jacob had given to his son Joseph. Question 14. The following apostles were with Jesus during the transfiguration, except A. Philip, B. Peter, C. John, D. James. The answer was A. After 6 days, Jesus took with him Peter, James and John, the brother of James, and led them up a high mountain by themselves. There he was transfigured before them. Matthew 17, 1-9. Question 15. What did the curtain in the temple do when Jesus died? A. Nothing. B. It turned black. C. It tore into two. D. It suddenly fell. The answer was C. Matthew 27:51. At once the curtain in the temple was torn in two, from top to bottom. The earth shook, and rocks split apart. Question 16. How many stone water jars were filled with water when Jesus turned water into wine at Canaan? A. 8 jars. B. 7 jars. C. 6 jars. D. 5 jars. The answer was C. John 2:6. At the feast, there were 6 stone water jars that were used by the people for washing themselves in the way that their religion said they must. Each jar held about 20 or 30 gallons. Question 17. How many basketfuls of fish and bread were left when Jesus fed the 5,000? A. 8. B. 7. C. 6. D. 12. The answer was D. They all ate and were satisfied, and the disciples picked up 12 basketfuls of broken pieces that were left over. Matthew 14:20. Question 18. How many demons did Jesus cast out of Mary Magdalene? A. 8. B. 7. C. 6. D. 12. The answer was B. And certain women which had been healed of evil spirits and infirmities, Mary called Magdalene, out of whom went 7 devils. Luke 8:2. Question 19. What did Jesus institute for the remembrance of his death? A. Easter. B. The Passover. C. Christmas. D. The Lord's Supper. The answer was D. And he took bread, gave thanks and broke it, and gave it to them, saying, This is my body which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me. Luke 22:19. Question 20. With what sign did Judas betray Jesus? A. 30 pieces of silver. B. Money bag. C. Expensive perfume. D. A kiss. The answer was D. Matthew 26:48. Judas had told them ahead of time, "Arrest the man I greet with a kiss."